Hello and welcome. This is the Daily Reset for Success show, and I am Marian LaSalle. My co host will be here in just a minute. That is Lady Lou. And today's topic that we're really going to focus in on is happiness. So I hope you'll join us and stay around. It's a short one, but I'll tell you. um, we've got a lot of good things going on, and I'm really excited about it all. So let's see who's in our audience today. All right. You know what I did? This is so fun. I love how just really go for it every day. And some days I have it together, and some days I don't. No. So anyway, happiness is our focus for today, and it is about 9:15 Central Time. And of course, it is Tuesday morning here in the Houston area, Central Time. There she is. There's our Lady Lou.
I'm a little late. Sorry, gang. Let me fix my
Oh,
hair.
hey there.
Sorry about that. I'm discombobulated today.
I was just talking about that. Today we're going to be talking about happiness, and sometimes I get ahead of myself. And but I always love the fact that I show up. And I did get that compliment the other day from Miss Becky. She said, "Marian, I am just amazed at you. You just go for it. You just don't let anything stop you. You just go for it." And I thought, yeah, I guess I do. I don't care. Just go for it. That's what makes me happy.
You better believe it. That's spontaneous stuff, and that lights my fire.
Uh-huh. There you go. I love it.
I do.
So I was going to read the daily word and the national day of, and I don't have them up yet. So here we go. See, I don't have it all together all the time, but I go for it anyway.
That's it. Amen.
How are you today?
Very good. How about you?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've already had a big morning with your other show.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let me read the national day and then we'll talk about my new show. It's
Yes.
not my show. I'm just a moderator. It's not really new, is it? Oh dear. So the National Day of it's a calendar that tells us all the people that have wanted to have a national day for whatever floats their boat. And some of them we have to laugh at. We're not really sure. Some of them are obvious. Yesterday was Martin Luther King Day. All right. So today is National Granola Bar Day.
Okay.
Probably Nestle or one of those people came up with that one, right?
Probably.
And here's a good one. I love it. National Hugging Day.
Oh, I'm hugging everybody. Hug, hug, hug. And hug yourself, Marian. We
National Squirrel Appreciation Day.
love that one too.
Oh, I'm supposed to hug myself?
Yeah, hug yourself. Because you know something that's important too. Your heart knows you're hugging it.
Oh, okay. So that's my favorite word. Squirrel Appreciation, National Hugging Day, Granola Bar Day. Which one's your favorite out of today?
The appreciation.
Squirrel Appreciation Day.
Oh,
Okay.
squirrel. Oh,
Yeah.
I missed the squirrel. Well, yeah, I like squirrels. What the heck? Oh dear, it is a weird morning for me.
Do you know I got up at 3:30 this morning? Actually, my dog woke me up. And I thought, okay, I'll just let her out and then I'll go back to sleep. No.
No, doesn't happen sometimes.
Nope. I felt like getting up and doing something, and so I was busy doing this and that, and next thing you know, it's like, it's 6 o'clock, it's time to get up. I can't go back to bed now.
Well, I have heard years ago that when we wake up in the middle of the night like that, it's time for us to listen. There's something that needs to be told to you from maybe the other side or from your inner knowing. So it's a good idea to just listen for a few minutes. And sometimes you can go back to sleep, but if you have to get up and let the dog out, it's a little harder.
Yeah, I didn't wake up on my own. It was, let me out. I need to go to the bathroom. Let me out. I need to go to the bathroom. Well, you're going to love today's word.
Okay.
This is from the Daily Word, and it's put out by Unity, the organization, nonprofit organization out of St. Louis. Strength. I find my source of strength within. Yes. I used to say, these people that tell me that it's all inside me. Well, how do I get it out? Well, okay. My strength comes from knowing that I am one with the universe and trusting the source of strength within me. You don't have to have faith in God to know that there's something inside you that's alive, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. I lost my space. One who has faith is akin to a house built upon a strong foundation of rock, able to withstand whatever comes its way. The foundation of strength supports me in moments when I feel weak or insecure. I close my eyes and imagine myself standing on a strong, solid rock. I connect with the ground beneath me and notice it holds me up and sustains me. I draw God's all-powerful nature up through me, and I bring forth my reserves of strength from within. Now that is a nice visual. Standing on a rock.
On rock solid.
Bringing up my strength from within me. That feels good.
It does. And just knowing that strength is within us gives me comfort. I don't know about anybody else, because I know it's all within. That I don't have to go out charging around in the universe saying, okay, bring it to me. It's here already. I just have to tap into it. And that's by being quiet, going into meditation, or just go and sit under a tree and enjoy nature, because that's being quiet in your mind also. So you don't have to sit there with your eyes closed and think, okay, come on, meditation, do it for me. Just go sit under a tree or get in a swing. I have got a swing in my backyard, one of those old fashioned porch swings. I just go out there and sit and stare out into my orchard. Whatever turns you on and lights you up is all there's needed. It's simple.
Well, it sounds simple. And if you're living out in the country and it's quiet, that may be very easy to do. But what about those people, Lady Lou, that are right in the middle of chaos? They're living on the street, or they've got 4 kids and a husband that's just awful, and a job they have to go to, and they're just rushing from here to there. What about them? How easy is it for them?
It's not, and there's no way around it. It's not going to be easy, but there's always the bathroom.
Or I found another one.
Oh.
In the car.
Yes.
I get in my car, I close the door, and there's this silence.
Sometimes that is the best place. And if you don't stay there very long, you can even turn the radio on and maybe get some soft music. Just know, or take an iPod with you with some good music on it.
An iPod?
An iPod? Isn't that what they call them? You know me, I don't know technology. What do they call it?
It used to be iPods. I don't think they make them anymore. It's called a cell phone. You
It's
can get
not a cell phone.
um, uh,
Sorry, that was a good joke.
no, I think that's great. I do. That,
Well, other people maybe are in my boat with the technology too, but it's
awesome. I love it.
put some candles around your bathtub and draw a nice bubble.
Oh, who doesn't love a beautiful
Oh,
candle bath? Okay, bubbles and candles, and turn the lights down, and
and put some essential oil in the water. Oh, and just put a sign on the bathroom door. Do not disturb. Mom is
oh
in
yeah,
the bath.
oh yeah.
Because they can honor that for 20 minutes. Take 20 minutes, 30 minutes if you can, and just luxuriate in that tub. I just wish I had a good tub. This house has the world's worst tub.
Oh, Lady Lou had the best bathtub, and she used to live in Houston, and she had this house that was interesting. It was very close to 59. I loved where your house was,
I did too.
and your bathtub. Oh my God, you
Oh,
could get
yeah.
into it, and you could get the water up to here. It was just so deep and
Yeah,
roomy.
that's how they used to build bathtubs. They don't do it anymore. Oh, but that's my favorite thing. Even the shower. If you've just got a nice shower, put the sign on the door again. Mom is retreating from the world for 20 minutes. Be quiet.
Now
So
that's if the kids are older and they can read.
and they can read.
So
Otherwise, you're going to have to get your husband or somebody, your mom, to take care of the kids for 20 minutes.
there you go. You can set yourself up for success. I
Yeah,
like the car myself.
I
I
do too.
You just close that door and just
Yeah.
peace, just peace.
If you can get away, go find a little park where you've got some trees that you can look at, but you have to be able to leave the kids or whatever is going on. Somebody has to take care of them. But
Uh,
there's all kinds of things. Just be creative. Think outside that box.
yes. Well, today our topic is happiness,
Yes.
and that what you described does bring some happy thoughts to my mind. Um, I think sometimes people get anxious and makes them nervous trying to meditate if they don't know how. It's not coming easy, but everybody can learn to relax and then just try to ease into it.
Yeah.
So try those things that we talked about: the
Yeah.
car, a bath, going to the YMCA and getting in the hot tub, or I don't know, going out for a walk in the park.
Mm.
Walking meditation is great.
Yeah.
I think the sound has a it has a big impact.
Yes.
So if you can try to do quiet first, I think that's the best, and then you could bring in music or other things.
Yeah. Something that just soothes your soul. I know it's awfully hard to say, what does my soul feel like? Because we don't know what the soul is. But the soul, in my book, is that part of us where we retreat and go within. That's where I go within. Because it's in here somewhere. I feel it's in here somewhere with all my other good organs. And
Yeah.
I revere it because it is the quiet place for me.
I like your top.
Ah, thank you. I dragged it out of the closet. This is a summer top, but it goes with my sweater. It's cold up here this morning. We had 30 degrees.
It's definitely cold. My little toes are cold.
Yeah.
So what are some other things that can bring us happiness?
Well, one of the things that does it for me, and I know you've seen these signs if you've watched our show very often, and I've got them all stuck together. I use fishing wire to hold them up so you don't see them. Let's see if I can get be happy. Can you see be happy? And here's another one. Fabulous. Whoops,
Fabulous.
I can't. You got to be able to see it. Fabulous. I just love my signs, and I hang them behind me quite often. And the other day, I had some time, and I was going to go to Walmart and do my cat food shopping and that kind of stuff. And I had to go right by Hobby Lobby. Oh, I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby for a few minutes. 2.5 hours later, I came out of there with a grocery cart full of good stuff. And I want to show you some of the new things that we're going to have on the backdrop. And I'm probably going to have to move back so you can read them. Here's my favorite.
Live your dream.
Live your dreams. That will be short. I haven't hung it, I don't have the strings yet to hang it. So that'll be coming up soon. And I'm going to put a big flower on it. And I dropped the other one. Here's another favorite.
Be happy, be bright, be you.
Yay! So there's things like this. And Hobby Lobby has most everything on 50 and 40% off during the month of January. So go find you some signs. And Marian, I gave Marian a St. Swithin's Day present when she was here last weekend. And if you don't know what St. Swithin's is, it was a real saint, actually, back in the 800. Oh, okay. Back in the 826 AD, I think. And my late husband made it up. When he ever wanted to give someone a gift out of the blue, he just said, it's a St. Swithin's Day gift. And you can borrow that, because I love giving St. Swithin's Day presents, because it's just out of the blue and they don't expect it. It's not their birthday. It's not Christmas, that kind of thing. So you just get them something fun that they'll enjoy. It'll brighten their day and your day just because you were able to give it to them. So Marian got St. Swithin's Day gift on Sunday, and she got her pick. I had these 3 pictures, or 3 posters, or whatever you call them, and she chose this one. Here we go, Marian.
It's still out in my car. I'm sorry. I haven't brought it yet. But I do have a couple other signs that I got that I just love. This one.
I like that.
It's kind of like a shadow box. It has some I guess it's plastic on the front, but it kind of looks 3D-ish, once it's up here. And then
that's new.
Huh?
That's new.
No, I had it at work and I brought it home.
I got you.
And so this one was right next to it. I had to get it too.
I love it. Marian's favorite thing is she only wants to be around nice people. Well, tell them what the St. Swithin's Day present said. We can at least do that.
Well, yeah, I'll show you tomorrow. It said something about don't grow up. It's a trap.
Because who wants to grow up? Marian and I have not grown up. I don't know if you can tell through our show, but we try to make fun of stuff. Now, I don't mean make fun of it, but make it into fun, whatever we're doing, just so we can laugh. Laughter is one of those emotions that keeps you happy and keeps you young and keeps you interested and vital. So being happy is something that I choose.
Guess what?
What?
We have a comment.
What'd they say?
How do you spell St. Swithin's?
Just like that, Swithens. And you Google him. I found him on Google because I didn't know it was a real saint either. But he was an Anglo-Saxon bishop back in 826 AD. I just didn't know he existed. I thought my husband made it up.
I don't want to butcher your name. Is it Tavina? Is that how you pronounce your name?
Tavia.
Tavia? I mean, I'm sorry.
We don't.
I've never heard that name before. I love it, but I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
I hope you'll excuse my butchering.
Well, we're so glad to have you here, Tavia. We've just become friends on Facebook.
So how do you know that's how she pronounces it?
I'm sorry?
How do you know that's how she pronounces it?
How do I know about
pronouncing it?
Well, just my upbringing. I learned Latin when I was in high school, and sometimes you can figure out how things sound just because you've had Latin. Nobody speaks Latin.
No, she says it's tuba.
Tuba. Okay, thank you.
It's from Octavia.
Oh, we'll know now, won't we? Thank you.
So am I saying it right now? Tuba. Tuva dash ya. Tuva.
Tuvia. Tuvia.
Tu. No,
Y is ya. Tuvia.
not via. It's tuva.
Tuva.
Yeah. What
Well,
like hey, yeah.
show. Would you like to come on our show so we can talk to you and get your name right? Oh, that would be fun. We'd love to have guests because this little screen, this program Marian uses, will hold up to 6 people. So we'd love to have some guests.
Okay. She said no, she doesn't want to come on our show, but she loves our cheerful conversation.
Well, we appreciate.
Oh, okay. So she's saying it's pronounced like Tanya.
Tanya.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tavia. Tuvia. Okay.
That's funny.
Oh, good.
Oh, God help me. She thinks we're just hilarious. Oh, we get happiness from the weirdest things,
Yeah, I'm one of those. Well, just call me. Hey, you. I'll answer.
Well, that's a good thing to talk about is names because I have the same issue, but people get very nervous and embarrassed because they'll call me Marilyn, Marianne, hey you. They don't remember. Mary Ellen was another one I got called the other day because it's an unusual name, Marian. So they think it's Mary Ann, especially Hispanics, because it's all Mary this and Mary Ann. So Marilyn, I figure if you're going to call me Marilyn, you better add the Monroe on the end, but I tell people a good way to remember my name is if you remember Robin Hood, he had a girlfriend and her name was Maid Marian.
There you go.
But if you don't remember Robin Hood, I'm sure that you've met a librarian. So think about Marian the librarian.
And remember on Happy Days, wasn't the mother of the Ron Howard? What was his name in Happy Days? Ron, was it Ron? Anyway, his mama was Marian. A lot of us go back to the Happy Days program. I loved that show.
We just had to be talking about happiness today.
Yeah, Happy Days. That was such a cute show and so dated, but oh, I did love it. And Fonzie, oh, that guy was just the coolest guy. And I rarely use the word cool, but he was cool.
I didn't think so. I thought he was a greaseball myself, but hey, it's a different time, right?
Yeah.
He reminded me of my brother, the rolled up cigarettes and and all that stuff. Yeah, beatnik, I think they called him.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of kids did that at that stage because they were so insecure, and they, growing into adolescence and everything is so different, and you have to act big time, and doing all that stuff would give them the sense of power or sense of self, because we don't know who we are when we're teenagers. We got to grow out of that. My teenage years were pathetic. I have to say they were pathetic. And then I just when I was 13, I was more like 10. I was a late bloomer. And by the time I hit 21, I was more like 13. I was finally catching up with myself. But a late bloomer, oh, that's bad news where I grew up.
Well, I'd like to talk more about happiness because I think it's really important to keep your vibration up.
Yeah.
Now, there are times when something bad happens, or sometimes you just want to wallow in it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels good to wallow in it. I mean it. I have had that thought. I don't want to feel better. I feel bad. I want to stay here for a minute.
Yes.
Great. But when you're ready to move out of that, as quickly as possible, let's go over some things that you could do. Let's talk about, and please chime in if you're in the audience and you can think of things that we could do to bring our happiness level up. I'll start. Just thinking thoughts of old, and not necessarily old, but memories of things that are really fantastic. I'll give you an example. My niece and my nephew, when they were little, they used to let me take them down to the river, Raisin River, the River Raisin, and we would just pick up little stones and we would try to skip them, and we would, just have fun with nothing at all. Just have in the smiles and the fab. It's just like a movie that plays over in my head. How much fun we had just walking by the river. How about you, Lady Lou? What brings you happiness? Memories or?
Yes, memories. We lived on a farm, moved there when I was 6 and left when I was 17, and had been an old dairy farm. So it had a huge, huge barn, the typical barn, the big, tall barn with a hayloft and everything. And the runway of that barn was probably 20 or 30 feet wide. It was a big runway. And as kids, my dad would bring home giant boxes and we'd cut holes in them for windows. We'd hang curtains in them, make a door out. We had more fun with plain old cardboard boxes.
That sounds like fun. You've never told me that story. That sounds awesome.
Well, it was a rainy day, especially. We just go down to the barn into the runway and play in our boxes because it was dry in there. So kids are very versatile. They can figure out how to have fun. And if you can get your kids some empty boxes, big ones now, and if your kids are little, then you don't have to be quite so big, but like a refrigerator box, they're huge. And anytime you can find a big box or even make something out of a canvas or sheets. Kids love to play house in a sheet if you can make a tent out of it or something. And they're so creative.
Okay, so what we're talking about is how we bring ourselves back to happiness. So you're talking about a memory of a childhood. It runs like a video in your head. I could see it, okay, the way you described it. And mine was playing with my niece and nephew. What are some other ways that we can come out of a doomy, gloomy feeling and bring up our happiness vibration?
Watch one of our little shows because we're always laughing. That you knew that was coming, didn't you? But just go find a funny movie. What's that movie that you adore, Marian?
Oh, God. Okay. It's called, and it's coming up too. Groundhog Day.
Well, Groundhog Day. I thought, she thinks that's funny. I thought it was stupid.
I was laughing hysterical. And the more she was like, it's not funny. What are you laughing at? It made me even laugh harder. Okay. Yes. I'm like, okay, Lady Lou, why don't you find this funny? So if you don't know this movie, it's a classic. I watch it every year. I guess just like people watch Christmas shows every year. And it's about this guy, and he wakes up the same way, he wakes up in the same day every day. So it must have been years and years and years that this happened, because every day he would wake up and have to live the same day over again. So he started getting bored. And so he started taking piano lessons. And by the time he finally came out of the day, he could play like a concert pianist. Pianist, is that how you say it? And he could carve ice sculptures, and I mean, literally, the man could do anything because he spent years and years and years doing the same day over and over again. And it's a hilarious movie if you've never seen it. I love it. It's called Groundhog's Day.
Okay. But there's other movies out there that are fun. And maybe it's a Walt Disney show because we know how much we loved his shows.
How about Hallmark shows?
And Hallmark shows, they have beautiful love stories, especially. Yeah. So there's so much out there if you just dig around a little bit.
Okay, and now here's another one.
Oh,
I get on YouTube and I go find painters, people who are doing creative work with paint or whatever. I love watching them be creative on camera, and so many people are getting into it. You can find a creative person on YouTube, a different one every day.
oh yes.
That makes me so happy. Okay, what else?
What else? What
Music.
getting together with friends, going to a movie, going to dinner, doing a road trip. Marian and I adore road trips. And it could be a day trip. You don't have to spend the night. We've got a couple of day trips that we haven't taken yet that I'm so looking forward to. But just grab a friend or two or three friends, fill up the car. It's even more fun with more people. It's fun. Oh, have we got a
So, yes, we have
Tavia? Tavia? We're
uh,
getting closer.
we're gonna stick with Tava for Tavia, like Tanya, only
Tavia.
Tava. Sorry. It makes me happy to review my day and recognize something I've learned or good I've done. Okay, that's good to review your day. Okay, so here's where Lady Lou was telling us to journal. Remember, we're supposed to be working on our new program, our prosperity and abundance series, and she suggested we get a journal or a notebook. This is a great way. Every time something wonderful happens to you, you can write it in your journal. Or I've seen people write it on a piece of paper and put it in a jar, and at the end of the year they pull out all these cool things.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Lady Lou, she says you're saying it correctly, so say it again.
Tanya. Oh, no.
Tavia.
Tavia. Tavia.
Tavia. Tavia.
Tavia. Okay, I think we got it.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to do it right. Or heck, we got to get it right. Because you know what? A person's name
It's important.
is the most important word in the whole world to them. And I do my very best to always get the name correctly, even if I don't remember the last name. In fact, when I was teaching networking, business to business networking, I used to say, if you've got an unpronounceable name or a weird name, and some of them are so long or so unpronounceable, just skip it. Call yourself by your first name. Hi, my name is Brian. They're going to remember Brian, but they won't remember the gobbledygook at the other end. And I know you love your given name, your surname, but sometimes it's a hindrance when you're networking. Just, I'm Brian, or I'm Lady Lou, or whatever your name is. You don't have to put your last name in that introduction. It's just, and you don't put your company name either. There's Blackie.
Hi,
All
Blackie.
you do is tell them in your introduction, hi, I'm Lady Lou. I'm the queen of, well, back then I was the queen of networking, and I teach business to business networking to entrepreneurs and small business owners. Period. 10 seconds or less. That's the key. You don't do, and I hate to even say the words, but some people have diarrhea of the mouth. They talk too much. And then people get bored and, oh, turn it off. What else can I figure out? I don't want to listen to her. Just do 10 seconds or less. And they're going to say, oh, yeah. There, you have their interest for 10 seconds. If you're lucky, they got them for 10 seconds.
Yeah, you're lucky. Well, it was wonderful. The day just flew by. Oh my gosh, I just can't believe how, we started out as a 15-minute program, Billy, and now we're going past 30 minutes. Okay, so what can I say?
Well, you do 15 and I do 15. That way we still have a 15 minutes.
Oh, okay, got it. There you go.
We got it figured out. But
I know that you want to talk with Lady Lou personally, one-on-one. So if you go to patreon.com/thebabyboomerbabe, then you can contact her. And she's updating that today, or maybe she did yesterday. Oh, good. Okay. Excellent.
I'll do another one today. I'll do another post today.
Oh, good. And if you'd like to get a hold of me, it's patreon.com/natural curiosity. We enjoyed this so much. We
We-
just love being here. You know, we have a show tonight. It's called Wisdom Chats for the Curious. It's at 7 p.m. right here on this channel. So if you want to join us, we have a guest tonight. Who's our guest tonight, lady?
Her name is Mary Shin, and she is a delightful lady that has she wears different hats. So I can't wait to interview. Well, we're not going to interview her. She's going to be part of the group tonight. And we'll just visit with her and find out more about her and do some laughing. She's got a wonderful sense of humor. And we'll just have a blast talking with Mary Shin. And it's
true.
Central Time tonight at 7. And we would love to have you here too. And there will be replays, of course.
Of course, of course. A horse, of course. Oh, my.
Oh gosh, Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed. Oh my God. See, that makes me happy. If I could watch Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie and Mr. Ed and all those, you know, Petticoat Junction again. Oh, those were good shows, you know?
Well, they might be over on YouTube or
I
something.
know, but I mean, like, you know, bring them back.
Bring them back, the good
More
comics.
modern. There you go.
Yeah, the clean ones, please.
Yeah.
They were clean back then.
All right, so we want you to be good and we want you to create a fantastic day for yourself.
Hey.
We'll see you again